Alright guys, Papa Pepper. One of the things, yes son, one of the things that I like about, just living in the country, trying to work on our homestead and do things in a more natural, just reasonable manner, as opposed to the way we used to live life in the city, is making the best use of everything. Recently I had some big squash. I sat there and cubed them up and froze them. For now, we're going to be adding them to stews throughout the winter. We're going to be adding them to like pot roast type slow cooker stuff. But then you wind up with seeds, right? So I got all these seeds here, and there's going to be three uses for those. The one is that we can take these seeds and save some for planting, because I definitely want to grow these guys. And excited about that. It was a new variety I'd never seen before. I should take a picture of it first, but it was just a big, long, kind of peach-colored squash. So I got a whole pile of seeds. Another thing you can do is feed them to your animals. There's some good benefits that they can get from them as well, and then of course we can eat them as well. So far we got the whole inside, right, of the squash used. We've got, the inside between the seeds and the meat, but then you've got kind of all of this, which is all of the outside stuff, the skin, the stuff that, we chose just to cut off first before freezing stuff. Now I can throw this in the compost, but we also try to give our animals the best kind of feed that we can. Now if I toss this in for the ducks and chickens, they'll peck at it a little bit, but what I'm thinking is, if I blend this up first, kind of make a slurry of it, add a little water. Oh yeah, that's kind of a similar one. That one's from American Homestead. That's one of their Ozark mountain squash, potato squash or something like that. Got to deal with him soon too, but was getting the other one first. Similar, but these guys, if I take care of them, blend them up, make a slurry, I think that the ducks and the chickens will gobble up the whole thing, and then by the time we're done with the squash, everything will be used. It'll be animal feed, it'll be people feed, and it'll be that next generation as well. So this is an experiment, never done this before, but just thinking through things, I'm like, you know what, let's pull out the blender, let's get this guy going, let's see what happens. And you still look happy over here? This is like one of your cousins, so I'm going to ask that you don't watch. So the cool thing about this for me is, we used to buy all of our food at the grocery store. Used to take what we wanted, which was normally the food and things like the rind or the seeds. We would get rid of. We'd throw in the garbage. They'd head to a landfill. Get put in our garbage bag in our kitchen, set it on the curb, picked up by a garbage truck, taken to a landfill, and then just kind of sit there and rot in a big pile of stinky garbage that eventually, we bury deep in the earth and save for the future generations, right? So now we're able to grow more of our own food, save the seeds from it, eat the seeds, give the seeds to our animals, save the seeds for planting, take the food that we would normally take anyway out of it, and then take things like the rind, provide just a healthy little bit of variety for things like our chickens' diets, our ducks, guinea fowl. We'll feed the other ones too. It's just a much cooler way of life, I'm not trying to just do things for the sake of being green, but I'm trying to be intelligent. If I have a plant and I can grow a plant, even the vines and stuff. Our sheep and goats can eat the vines. These guys can eat this stuff. We can grow things. Everything can get used and recycled, and whatever we don't use like this, we can put in the compost and add back to the soil too. So just a different life, but definitely appreciate it. And I'm not the only one, All right, pop out. As always, I'm Papa Pepper, and I'd like to remind you, don't post for free. If you'd like to be part of a revolution in social media, an economic power to the people, where users can actually blog for cryptocurrency, then I'd recommend that you check out steemit.com and join the revolution. Papa out.